Hey guys, I'm back with another weekly chat, and first thing I want to say is I am feeling so much better. I want to thank everybody who left me a comment in my last video, last chat video, when I wasn't feeling well, but I am feeling so much better. Thank you guys. I do have some allergy issues going on. That's just me. I'm allergic to nature, and I went to the doctor, and she's like, when she heard me talking, she said, "Are you having some allergy problems?" I went, "Yes." And then she looked in my ear, and I don't know what she saw, but she could see the stuff from it. And I went, "Ooh." But regardless, anyway, other than the allergy issues going on, so if I sound a little bit different, it's a little congestion from that. But I'm going to tell you guys, right now it is a rainy Saturday morning here in Nashville. I'm kind of looking outside. I think it's actually kind of stopped right now, but it was pouring earlier. And they are having the Music City Marathon here today. And I'm thinking, those people are going to get wet. I can't imagine running and then running in the rain. I'm like, ugh. But they expected, I want to say 15,000 people is the number that I heard to run in that. And I don't know if that's total, as in they have a half marathon and a full marathon. And I don't know if that's 15,000 total or just 15,000 doing the full marathon, and then there's another number for the half. But regardless, that is happening today in Nashville. So how have you guys been doing this week? I have had a super busy week, and I'm so thankful it's the weekend right now. So this week, my dad had his knee replacement done. He's doing very well. I mean, well as can be expected, some pain, but overall I think very well. He'll start his rehab early Monday morning, and I hope he follows all those directions that they give him, but I think he will. So let's see, I've got my notes down here. I'm kind of like looking at them, and I have been watching, even though it's already over with, so it was a little bit earlier in the week, but I've been watching a lot of those playlist live videos. Did any of you guys watch any of the videos from that YouTube convention, or did any of you guys go? I would, especially if you went. If you went, I would love to hear from you and let me know what you thought about it, because I find it very interesting. I look at the videos and I'm like, ooh, I would kind of like to go to that. On one hand, not everything interests me about the whole thing, but I find it very interesting, and I would like to go listen to some of those panel discussions. The one that I found really interesting that I saw just snippets of in a vlog was the travel one. Louis Cole was in there, Fun for Louis. I really enjoy watching his videos. So that one I found, I said I would really love to have seen that one. And then some of the people that were doing meetups, I would have liked to have met them. But I will tell you, a lot of the YouTubers that I watched, what really got me into YouTube years ago, I'd already gotten into it a little bit, and I don't think I had started making videos yet, but it's been 3 years ago. I saw so many playlist live videos from a lot of the British YouTubers. It was Tim and, where did I get Tim? I was going to say Jim and Tanya and made Tim out of that. Jim and Tanya, Flirtaforce, other people, and none of those people came to the convention this year, so I don't know what is going on with that, is if they're just not interested in Playlist Live anymore. I know a lot of them went to Coachella, which does not interest me at all. I mean, I just can't imagine going out in the desert, having all that just all that sand and dust going all over your body, into your body. And then I'm not a big fan of music anyway. I don't dislike music. I'm just not this is not my thing. So I know a lot of them went to Coachella, which was like the weekend before or something like that. So I just don't know if people are just not doing Playlist Live anymore. But I'm just curious on, I think that for me personally, I am 15 to 20 years older than the average person that is attending, unless their parents are coming with them. Then I'm probably the parents' age. So I'm just not sure it's a crowd that I would want to just fit into very easily, but there are some things there I would like to have gone to, and of course it's in Orlando, and I would have loved to have gone to Disney World. I've got Disney fever now because of all the Disney videos that I've been seeing, and I'd like to go to Universal Studios again, so I do have Disney fever. So in the back of my mind I'm like, I just may do Disney this year, or Universal. I don't know. I've been so many times, well, at least to Disney, not to Universal. I've been to Universal twice. But I'm just like, Got Disney fever again, but anyway, I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm just rambling. So let's see what else. Oh, Nikki asked me, even when I mentioned in I think a couple of videos ago about not doing the book reviews anymore, she still said she wanted to know what books I'm either reading. So currently I am listening to The Templar Legacy by Steve Berry. So Steve Berry, I don't know a lot about the author, but I have listened to other books. The Templar Legacy is the first book in the Cotton Malone series. Cotton Malone is a person, a fictional person, obviously, but so there's a series of books about his kind of adventures and things that happen to him, or he gets into. So it's a lot of, it kind of reminds me, if you're a Clive Cussler fan, it's a little bit along those lines, adventure, historic stuff. So this book kind of started way back when the Templars were not at their height, but when they were being killed at that point in time. I know that's where, I don't remember all my history, but we get Friday the 13th, the day a lot of them were massacred, the Templars. So I'm not an expert on it, so if you happen to be an expert, don't judge me too harshly for not knowing that much. So, but anyway, it's got action, adventure, intrigue, some historical information, and it's a pretty interesting fiction book. So this week, I would say the one big negative thing this week is, and it's not even that big of a deal, but I got, because it happens a lot, not a lot, but it happens, but I got a rude comment from somebody, and normally I 100% believe in do not engage these people whatsoever, but this one got so under my skin that I engaged, which may have been a mistake, but let me read you her comment that she left. And I think the one reason it really, really irritated me more than just say somebody doesn't like one of my outfit videos, you know, you don't have to like what I'm wearing. I like it. That's why I wear it. And people have different tastes, so it's not that. This one called into question, I think, I don't know, I felt like I was being called, just my integrity, I guess, was questioned, especially later on. But I've got her first comment on my paper. I don't have the rest of her comments, but she said, quote, "This is obviously a Tennessean who tries to sound like she is from the North. She has over the years purposely altered her accent. I'm born and raised Tennessean. She doesn't sound like she's from any part of Tennessee." So I thought, how rude at first, and so I responded back to her and I said, was born in Nashville and raised in West Tennessee, and I don't remember my comment verbatim because I don't have it typed down on my paper. But I said, I've lived here all of my life and never lived anywhere else. I do try to speak where people can understand me, but I have never, ever, ever attempted to alter my accent whatsoever, especially to try to sound like I'm from the North. There is no way possible. I can't do accents. I have tried to talking, you know, one time just to see if I could do a British accent. I can't do it. This is the way I speak, okay? And I told her, I said, people in Tennessee, if you're from the United States or from Tennessee, you probably have an idea of what our state looks like, the shape of it. If you're not from this country, just Google a map of Tennessee. It is a very kind of a long and narrow state. It's not very wide. It's when you look on the map. And then it's very long though. So people in West Tennessee, the extreme West, say Memphis, Tennessee, they do not even remotely sound like someone in Upper East Tennessee and in the mountain regions. They sound completely different, okay? So I attempted to tell this lady that people, you can go across the state and they're going to sound so different that I did not say this whatsoever because I didn't want to initially be rude to her, but I didn't say that is an ignorant statement by thinking that everybody, I mean, she implied that everybody in Tennessee should sound the same. Ridiculous and the height of ignorance to think that. So I wasn't too bad in the first comment that I left her back. Well, and I did say this, and probably I shouldn't have put this in here, but I said, and I don't want to sound like an ignorant hick. Okay, I just don't. And that set her off, and then we just kind of went back and forth. So that happened this week. And then I blocked her because I'm like, I'm done with you. But it just made me think so... I just was thinking that I said, I just don't understand the ignorance of some people to think that in one entire state in the United States that everybody should sound alike. And then to accuse me of purposely altering my accent, I do not even remotely sound like someone from the North. Okay, imagine me and someone from Boston trying to speak to each other. We're not going to sound anything alike. Somebody from New York, not going to sound alike. So, I mean, it's just ridiculous to think that. And I hope none of you guys think I have ever tried to purposely alter my accent. I do try to speak in a clear and concise manner. I do ramble a lot, but I try to speak clear where everybody can understand me. That if you speak English, you can understand me. I think that is a good thing to do. But regardless, whether I'm talking to this camera or whether I'm just talking out, you know, talking to someone, I sound the same. Okay? Every once in a while, I'll throw some country in, but that's not normally how I talk, okay? So anyway, that was a little bit of a rude thing that happened this week. And I've got something else that I don't know whether I want to chat about or not, but since I've already brought it up, and I'm not going to mention the name of the YouTuber who's doing this. Number one, I don't like the negativity, and I don't want to call somebody out. And also, because I do not know this person, and I've only seen just a little bit of what she shares on YouTube, it is a female, that I really don't know what's going on in the background. So there's my disclaimer first. But with that being said, I was so frustrated earlier in this week by, she had done a video a few weeks ago and then did a, I don't know, I think something might have shown up on Twitter or Instagram, something like that. And anyway, this person wants to get into, for lack of a better term, I don't want you to know who I'm really talking about, but wants to do something about, let's call it a charity, so to speak. That very passionate about it, which I appreciate the passion. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the passion that this person is putting into this. But in the video this lady did, to talk about her topic, she absolutely offered no, like, this is what I think, this is number one, she didn't say, this is what I'm going to be doing to solve this problem. Let's put it that way. Never once did it. She talked about the problem, sort of, and said, we need to do things, but never once gave any resolution to the issue. Never once. Then talked about it again, I don't know if it was Instagram, Twitter, something like that. Again, no offer as a resolution. Then wrote a blog post. Buried into the blog post was a link you could click on to make purchases of different things. And I just kind of looked quickly, so I'm really not sure what you could purchase, but it's like, you know, it's kind of like, I'm like, what are you doing? I am number one, I am forgiving. I have no problem with that. But I was so frustrated, and that's why I'm ranting right now, because it was like, it's like you work everybody up. It's like, let's get on board, let's get on board, let's get on board, but offer zero, like, how do you resolve the problem? And maybe it's just that the person doesn't know and wants to be made aware, but it's like, this person has a lot of subscribers. I mean, a lot of subscribers. But it's like, why are you stirring everybody up to do something? It's like, yay, I can rant and I can scream and I can shout, but if I don't do anything, nothing gets done except you got some crazy person just ranting and screaming, you know, is what it seems like. So that frustrated me, but I will say on a whole nother note, and I will mention this person, and I highly admire this person for doing this. It was Louise from Sprinkle of Glitter. A year or so ago, she just made a video where she and her daughter were making up little care packages, for lack of a better word. I don't know if they were giving them to all homeless people or women in like domestic violence shelters. I just can't remember who they were making them for, but they were like in little zip bags. They had like, I think some deodorant, some toothpaste, a toothbrush, stuff like that. And I'm like, that is when somebody is actually doing something and showing you a resolution. This is where I see the problem, and this is what I'm doing to help. And I give great applause to that, and I want to say thank you, Louise, for doing that and actually showing people and teaching your daughter like that. Not just to get up on a platform, wave your arms around, figuratively, not necessarily literally, and try to get people all stirred up and have zero resolution or solution to the problem. So anyway, it just got under my skin this week when I saw the blog posts, the Instagram photos, and I was like, why? But I mean, who knows? Maybe it just happened right after the girl left me the comment about erroneously, no, I'm sorry, she didn't say erroneously, purposely altering my accent. Maybe that's what happened, and I was already irritated at that moment. But sorry for the little rant about that. But overall, my week has been good. It's been busy. I'm feeling so much better. I hope you guys are all doing well, and I hope wherever you are, the sun is shining and it's not raining. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this chat at this point for you guys, and I will talk to you later. I hope you have a blessed and wonderful week next week. Bye, guys.